Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coach Smook Network. I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get into the show, I just want to thank you for showing up. And I want to ask you to do one thing. Just hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, make sure your notifications are on so that you don't miss any of the live content that we bring. Now, during the off season, we got a lot of things to talk about. But let's really dive into Alabama and what they need to do to prepare for the 2026-27 fall season. And in today's topics, I think we need to address that run game. Future projections. What does it look like? How can we get better? Where is the real problem? Is it the running backs? Is it the O-line? Which way do we go from here? We get to talk about it here on the Coach Smook Network. And while we're doing that, think about becoming a member of the AAA family. All you have to do is right now go in the chat and type in !AAA, hit enter, and the link will come up. We love it here. We have fun, and we love to talk good ball talk. Authenticity above all is what we stand for, man. Be real, keep it respectful, and we're going to have a good time today. Let's get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Tide.
Roll Tide, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Welcome in this morning. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Yes. I'm feeling it. Welcome in this morning to the Coach Smook Live. Man, let me fix this table real quick. Y'all, we made a few adjustments over here. We got some audios. We got some new updates. I probably should have restarted my PC, y'all. I've been working so hard. I probably ran this thing high. I've been working on it since yesterday. I didn't even do what I said I was going to do because I started doing some other stuff. Well, welcome in this morning. Welcome in. Let me know how the audio sounds. Does the mic sound clear? We sound good, y'all. We sound clear. How we sound? I moved it a little bit. We should sound a lot better today. Let me see something. Let me do something. Mic check. Uno, dos. Hold on, let me see. Uno, dos. Okay, we good. Welcome in, chat. Boy, I'm excited to see y'all this morning. TikTok family, this is a new season for us. We are fully in our off-season mode. We're talking everyday topics. We're talking hot topics. We're breaking news. We're following recruiting. We're on the road going to 7-on-7, seeing the future of what Alabama could be prospectively looking at. We're jumping on board with Alabama State University this summer. Give it up for Alabama State, ASU Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get really get to see my musical side through football and band and everything as we connect with Alabama State this year. But today we're here to talk some Alabama football. I know y'all been waiting for us to come back and actually talk some Alabama football. We're going to get into it today. I'm not going to waste much time. All of our segments this offseason, Monday, Tuesday, Friday mornings at 8:30 a.m. will be live, and they will be an hour-long. So if you want to call in and leave a message, we have a call-in line. Leave a voicemail so you can be part of the topic of conversation. Or if you have a topic that you want addressed in the next show, in one of the live shows, leave a voicemail. We checking the voicemails every night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. We'll be checking our voicemails, and whatever we find on the voicemail that could be a spark, that could spark a great conversation for the next morning's topic, the next live show, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So don't let Zach and Shep be the only ones getting their topics on the line. Y'all have so much y'all want to talk about. I see Twitter posts. I see people saying this and that. Call the voice line. Call the voicemail, 334-625-1121. You'll be chatting with your boy, Coach Smook. Say your name and put me in the game, Coach Smook. Leave a voicemail and the topic of conversation. Share your opinion. That voicemail could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long. We'll find a way to chop it up and make it sound good and look good for the show. But just call in, share your thoughts, and we get into it. But before we get into the show today and talk about our topics of conversation, let's do our roll call, man. I know we got a light crowd early morning, light crowd Monday morning. But if you're watching Post Live, fast forward to the 10-minute mark and you'll be in the conversation. But here on the Coach Smook Network, live in the chat on YouTube. I see that energy back, man. We on the way to 36, chapter 36 on the way. Year 3, we active, baby. Roll Tide to my brother Sully. Welcome in, brother. Roll Tide. Shout out to my brother Sully. He said, run them likes up as you come in, everyone. And then he's celebrating being a member on this page. Go back. Celebrate being a member on this page for 17 months, an actual member on the page. Sully's been a member since the first ever live stream where they allowed us to have membership banner badges and all of that stuff. He became a member on that live stream. I remember he was part of that first initial group of people that joined up. So I appreciate you for being here, Sully, and the 199 super chat. Roll Tide, Sully, give it up for my brother coming in heavy. It's the B-Day month, man. I'm feeling the love already. Amanda, working the ones and the twos in the back, tapping in the chat. Good morning, good to see you. Roll Tide, good to see everybody. All my family in the chat. One $4.99 super chat for my brother Zach, the voice of the AAA family, man. I better give it up for my brother. Good morning, Zach. Roll Tide, good to see you. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Y'all, it's a special month. Y'all know it's my birthday month, so we're going to be acting up a little bit this month with all the coverage, all the energy we bring it. We set the new level. Dominic, good to see you. Roll Tide in the chat. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. And who else? We got Kinesis. What's up, Kinesis? Good to see you, man. Roll Tide. TikTok family, continue to tap the screen. Y'all, we're not going to wait for everybody to pull up. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get into it. Topic of conversation today as we get into our talking mode, right? And this is just off-season speculations and I guess you can say hypotheticals, right? I'm trying to use my big words this year in 2026. Hypotheticals, right? We're going to use more consistent big words, right? One thing I just want to kind of just talk about is like all of the issues that kept arising throughout the 2025 season, the 2025 season, right? It is 2026, right? Okay, yeah. So the 2025 season, all of the stumbles, all of the backtracking and inconsistencies that showed up, that rang louder than the success that we had during the season. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, brother. Give it up for my brother Jason, man, in the chat. Oh, tied in the chat. But today we're going to start this off season. We're going to just create conversations, y'all, and I want y'all to stick with me today. We're going to talk about the biggest, most talked about thing, and some may not agree with me when I say this, but I think the run game with not just the running backs, but with the conjunction of the offensive line and the running backs and the play calling, I think the run game, the run scheme at Alabama right now is under a lot of heat. There's a lot of questions to be answered. There's a lot of talent. We got this tier 1 play caller all of a sudden that had this perfect offense before he got to Alabama. Where's that at now? Right? Where do we get to see it at Alabama? We're going to break it down today in today's topic of conversation. So
If you're ready to get into it, somebody type it in the chat. Somebody say it loud for me, and you ain't gotta hesitate. Just say it loud. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get into it, y'all. You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Go, chat. Let's go. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let's get right into the conversation. Listen, Alabama has a running back room that's full of talent. When you just look at the roster, we talking about on paper. You're talking about from top to bottom. You got Daniel Hill, who's the most senior back, veteran back in that room. Transfer Khalifa, he's one of the veterans in that room now. But as far as Bama backs, guys that we know about, and that's on the schedule, I mean on the roster, on the depth chart, and that we expect to get instant impact from, instant showing up, giving them multiple opportunities, being a huge success of what the Alabama offensive run game should be, right? And when I think about it, I say Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, A.K. Deere, E.J. Crowell is going to be a guy. I mean, there's no secret. They plan to utilize this young man as a true freshman. He will impact the game. He will get his opportunities. And then also the Trayshawn, the young man that just came in, the other freshman. He's another asset in that room. And then once again, Khalifa Keith coming in from, I think it was App State. The young man runs strong. So the running back room is full of talent. A lot of questions to be answered though when it comes to how we're utilizing it. And so does that fall on the running backs and how they're running, right? From last year, we saw a lot of hesitancy from both Richard Young, Jan Miller, even Daniel Hill at some points. Kevin Riley was just so young. He doesn't have the size and the power that you would want to have in the every down back last year. So you utilized him for the spots that he was good in. He did great. Struggling pass pro. The whole running back room as a whole struggling pass pro. But when we're talking about just handing the ball off, these yards being gained by handing the ball off to the running back, how do we see the improvement? And I think you got to start with those guys, the running backs. I don't think it's the coaching. I don't think it's the play calling. I don't think it's the offensive line. I think you start right there in the running back room. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how it transpired last year. 2025 Bama run game was slack. Was a down year for Alabama's run game. If we be honest, I think the run game was even worse than when it was when we had Jalen Miro as a running quarterback. And a lot of times that run scheme was not successful because of his inability or lack of understanding of what the offense was entailing, was asking him to do in that phase of the scheme. So when I look at it, and I look at a lot of times when Jalen Miro felt like he had the advantage on the edge, it was predetermined. No matter what the defensive end or the edge containment personnel did, he was going to keep the ball. And teams started picking up on those tendencies. So what they started doing is they would go weak side. They would show him a weak side read. They would give him a weak side look, and they would overhang an extra asset and get him caught up and be able, knowing that he's not going to pull up and pass the ball. They're not scheming it up for him to RPO in that situation, or his mind is not looking at RPO carry through the second and third phase of an RPO. So a lot of teams, they just played the numbers game with us and they was able to limit us. Well, last year, you get a more traditional quarterback, right? And I still think Ty Simpson is more of a dual threat than he is a traditional quarterback. If he utilizes his legs a lot more, I think teams would have respected the offense as a whole. The run game would have had more success. So just getting them in places where Ty Simpson looked hot, I felt like Ryan Grubb hindered this running back room because he expect explosive plays. This is not a run scheme where you're going to get 15 opportunities to get started up. And I know a lot of us don't agree with that. I do think running backs need 5-6 carries to get into the flow of the game. And sometimes you need to run them 2 or 3 times in a row. Or at least if you're going to have a drive and you're extending drives, every third play you should be leaning towards a run play. If you're getting into 14, 17 play drives, 9, 10 of those plays need to be run plays. 11 of those plays, if you're really asking me in this day and age, if you can spread the field, get light personnel, and still able to move the ball and move the chains, you're doing something good. Amanda, good to see you. She said, let's continue to run the likes up. Yes, continue to run the likes up. Continue to run the chat up. If you're on TikTok, continue to tap the screen. Continue to tap the screen. So while we break down personnel, before we get into breaking down personnel, I want to highlight one of our sponsors on today. And we're going to talk about our depth. Being that this is such a deep depth class, y'all, of running backs, and for us to be able to go out and get EJ Crowell to sign to this class, and then also to bring in Trayshawn Lake, and then to retain Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley, go and get Khalif out the Porter, AK Deer, retain those guys from leaving the roster and transitioning to this season. We are set up really good. So sponsors for today, man, we want to thank Frederick Harris and Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama, man. We want to thank them for being official sponsors here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all give it up for Farmers Insurance, man, of Hoover, Alabama. We appreciate them for supporting us and sponsoring this first part of our segment, breaking down the Alabama running back room here on the Coach Smook Network. Let's get into it, y'all. So, skill sets in the room. I want to talk about it. You have who I think is going to be RB1, in just my personal opinion, may not get the first snap, but when you talk about utilization and usage, the type of percentage of carries. What's up, Antonio? Appreciate the $9.99 super chat. My guy, roll tide, roll. Give it up for Antonio. Appreciate him. And Mary J, make sure we updating the banners. We didn't push super chats, but we definitely going to take initiative and push super chats and donations this upcoming year, because y'all, there's a demand on the network, and guys, it is not easy to stay abroad and do how we was doing and what we was doing at the demand level that is being done without your support. So we greatly appreciate it. So we're going to encourage y'all to continue to support super chat, direct donate, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, the Coach Smook Network, all of that good stuff. Continue to do that. Good morning, Miss Pat. Good to see you over there on Facebook. Make sure you hit your reaction on the screen. Hit that like or the heart button and react. So, depth chart. I think about it. I think number one will be AK Deer. I think AK Deer will be RB1 for us this year. He's the most versatile, most complete, rounded back right now. When you talk about guys that can catch out the backfield, pass pro, change of speed, he's probably your second fastest back in that room. Strong running style, has the vision, has the explosiveness, right? You can put him in multiple spots. You know, you don't have to necessarily traditionally hand the ball off to him. He's just an asset that can do everything you want out of that running back room for this offensive scheme. And I think RB1, I think you have an RB1, A1B situation. You have AK Deer, and then right there next to AK Deer, honestly, I think Kevin Riley might be ahead of Daniel Hill, y'all. And I think this because Daniel Hill will be a situational back. He will be a settle on this back, right? So if we come into the run game and we're getting explosive zone run scheme, like outside zone reads, right? Or outside zone run plays, we're getting explosives off of that. I believe Daniel Hill is the back we bring in to change the pace, to test out the inside zone in between the guards, right? A gap dive type run plays. I think that's what you use it. Or if you're in a game where the inside zone is running with the other two backs, I think you bring Daniel Hill in to see what the perimeter run game looks like. That's what I think his purpose would serve. So for that, I think he's RB2 / RB3 in the rotation. But rotation-wise, AK Deer, Kevin Riley is right there, number 2, change of speed. Do what we can hand the ball off traditionally, but with him in the game is versatile. You get to see a different aspect. And to me, both AK Deer and Kevin Riley have had a track record. Even though they're smaller, they've had a track record of providing better pass pro. Even in the spring game, AK Deer had a better showing in pass pro. All of them did good, but AK Deer had the most consistent showing in the spring game. So you look at those three. Then I look right behind them. I tell you guys, EJ Crowell, he may be number 4 on the depth chart when it comes out, but his usage will not be 4th running back type usage. A healthy EJ Crowell will get 2 carries in the first quarter. If we hand the ball off 12 times in the first quarter, EJ Crowell is going to get one of those carries in the first quarter. I think he will average maybe 2 carries for every 12 carries. He'll get 2 or 1, right? So that means he could average maybe 5 or 6 carries a game to start off this season, which is a lot in this offense. When you think about it, you're going to have Keelan Russell as your starting quarterback. You're going to involve him in the run scheme at some point. So you're going to want to get him 2 or 3 opportunities to make reads and utilize his legs and run quarterback run design scheme. Austin Mack in red zone, his presence, how many times can you use that? So the run game, the depth of the run game right now is looking good talking from top to bottom. And let's break it down. Let's talk about the skill sets of those guys. AK Deer. I look at what AK Deer does as a back, man. Change of speed for me. Lateral quickness is one thing, but being able to put your foot in the ground, your directional change of speed, getting out of those plants. Those first two steps have to be the first three. I say the first three are the most explosive steps out of cuts. And if you're dragging out of steps, if you're not able to generate power quickly out of those steps, you don't necessarily pull away, or you don't have a good rate of breaking tackles, right? You don't break tackles at a high rate. But AK Deer does that. We saw sparks of it last year, even against Georgia, one of the most dominant defenses or physical defenses in the season. Last year, he got some carries in that SEC championship game. It was another game, I believe, UL Monroe, we saw his explosiveness. It was just a lot of opportunities to see him be explosive last year. Even in the Indiana game, you saw him come in and get thrown into the fire, and he just looks ready. He looks primed and ready. But his skill set can catch out the backfield, can pull away, right? A track guy can really pull away out of Mississippi. Those country boys get down over there. Just stopping by to say hi. Got to go. Blessings to you. Stay safe. Roll Tide, Miss Pat. Good to see you in the chat as always. Y'all give it up my Miss Pat. So I appreciate y'all here at the 20-minute mark. Make sure y'all continue running lights up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications, right? So you don't miss any lives. We're actually going to have all of our lives for this month already. The links already put up for y'all. So that's going to be something different too. I'd be more concerned with who would be handing off the ball. Teams with first-year QBs don't get very far, especially in the SEC. As a USC Trojan, I do hope we play again soon. Fight on. Paul, I'm going to laugh in your face, one, because you must have forgot the first-year QB, Bryce Young. You must have forgot. He was the first-year starting QB in 2021. And Alabama was what? Moments away from a national championship in 2021? Should have won it. Could have won it. Without all the injuries, that was a first-year starting quarterback. So I think you might want to pump your brakes on that one, Mr. USC. I know you're used to seeing, Pac-10 and Big Ten and all that other good stuff, that fun football. Big Ten is definitely coming up. We can't talk too much more trash about the Big Ten, SEC fans. Let's face it, the Big Ten looks just like we did in 2000. From 2000 to 2015, that's what the Big Ten is looking like. That's what the Big Ten is looking like. So SEC got to bring it up another level, which is junior NFL. So time to go. But yeah, USC fan, you're gonna have to pump your brakes on that one. And then also, I'm not worried about who's handing the ball off to him. We all know that if it's more about who's handing the ball off, well, the way you steady who's handing the ball off is having a run game. That's how you settle a first-year quarterback. You have to establish the run game, which is the reason why Coach Smook and his intuition said, talk about the run game. That's going to be the most important piece, in my opinion, to Alabama's success as a team. Not defensive presence. I think the defense will be able to, the schedule that we have, the offensive changes on a lot of these teams. LSU, Georgia is probably the only team that I'm truly expecting a true offensive test within the first 8 weeks. Like a full-scale team coming with veteran experience, bringing back everything, know what they're coming with. We know how they're going to play. It's going to be about who can be the better player each snap. Now, I don't even think it's going to come down to coaching in the game. It's going to be the better players on the field because of how much experience both sides are bringing back. The time of the year is happening. That defense is going to test us. So how do we have to come into that game? We got to have a run game. We talked about personnel. Let's talk about how we use it. Let's talk about the scheme and how it's utilized. Shout out to my guy, Big Bama in the chat. What's good, my boy? He said first year Mac Jones won the Natty, first tour, first year Milroe wins SEC, first year tie, second round playoffs. Come on, man. Like, you find success in the SEC with a first year starter quarterback. Hell, Gunnar Stockton was a first year starter and they won the SEC. So USC, you might want to mind Big Ten and Pac. You know, you really Pac-10 at heart. To be honest, you really if we being real, you really Pac-10 at heart. You know, if we just being honest, you still ain't made no stamp. You ain't put no stamp in the Big Ten. You ain't beat nobody for real. Oregon that came in there and beat up on folks and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you, sir, have yet to make any type of impact. What's up, JC? I appreciate you for coming in, man. Welcome in. Give it up for JC. No caps today. Oh man, and right before I said it, I didn't even see the comment. He coming with all caps. JC, I'm guessing you have a vision problem like me, cause I can't lie. I can't lie, brother. If anybody has extensive text conversations with me, there's phases of our conversations where Mary J will tell you, I'm typing in all caps. Rick, Jordan, they'll tell you. I'm because I can't see. All right, I'm blind. All right, I'm legally blind, and I can't see. You praying? You praying for a healer? But yeah, that's where we at with y'all. But yeah, JC, appreciate you for coming in. TikTok, continue to tap the screen. Lauren, the Baker, Soul Valor, Pops, what's good, Pops? Y'all tap in on that screen, tap that screen. We want to hit 4K likes on our TikTok streams. 4K seems like to be the sweet spot over there on TikTok. So if you're watching on TikTok, tap the screen. Help us get the 4K taps. It's free, absolutely free. If you're on YouTube, continue to run the likes up and hit the thumbs up. Make sure your notifications on. Real quick before we transition to the next part of this topic, right? We've already acknowledged our first sponsors, Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama, Frederick Harrison Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama. We appreciate them. Give it up for them. We want to acknowledge real quick. We want to acknowledge all of our super chats this morning. We got super chats in the chat already and our members. So if you're a member and you want to be acknowledged real quick, go ahead and put that roll call beat on for me real quick. And you want to be acknowledged real quick. We want to take like 3 or 4 minutes right now. We got to take 4 minutes till we get to the 30-minute mark. We want to acknowledge all of our support here live in stream while we're here. That's something that we want to incorporate daily. Some days we'll take the first 5-10 minutes to do a devotional or inspirational message. Today we just want to acknowledge y'all. We're rolling into 3 years of being Coach Smook as a personality, but Coach Smook Network, this is 2 years. This is our second year fully operational. Give it up for yourselves for supporting and continue to help us grow. Clap it up for yourselves. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all for being here. Let me get the super chats up first real quick, Amanda. Let me get the super chats up. Give me the super chat. And I appreciate all my family on TikTok and Facebook and Twitch, everybody tapping in. And Miss Pat, I appreciate the reaction over there on Facebook. We appreciate you. $1.99 super chat from my brother Sully. Appreciate you for the $1.99. And then my guy Zach came in with the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Zach. And then also my guy Antonio Snell came in with the $9.99 super chat. Y'all, it has been presented to us to start sending a super chat goal, a daily super chat goal. I say $10 an hour. That's below minimum wage. Can we start hitting the $10 every stream super chat goal? I don't want to sound greedy. $10 every stream, I think that is more than capable of hitting. It also helps the channel grow. I know it don't have to do it. The likes is more important to me. The shares is more important. But we have opportunities to help this channel grow on another level. Y'all want other people to come and help support this channel? Let's hit some of these goals. $10 is our super chat goal. We're going to create a little banner to have up here at some point. So as you all fill it up, we can see the super chat goal being reached. But I appreciate y'all, man. $10 super chat goal. We already cleared it for today. Make a horn that one time for me. Make a horn that. Can we get a make a horn for that? There we go. We appreciate y'all, man. And for everybody celebrating their memberships this month, man, for the long time that you've been members. Shout out to my guy Jordan for being a member for 23 months. I think the actual day that we was able to actually get memberships was May 5th. I think that was the actual day where we got granted partnership with YouTube. So yours should be changing to 24 months here in the next few days. Shout out to Mary J for being a member of 24 months, for 23 months. Same thing with her. In the next few days, you all will be able to celebrate. The next few days, you'll be able to celebrate. Somebody, who is that? The next mega church pastor. Is that supposed to be like a slight? What's up, Kareem? Kareem been 23 months. Man, Kareem. I got that picture of us from the Alabama, Georgia tailgate. And my nephew, it was a perfect shot. Bro, we was so drunk. Kareem, we was so drunk in this picture. And you want me to tell you how I know we was drunk? Because both of our faces are like not controlled, but we look so happy. We look so happy in that picture, bro. It was a good time. I can't wait to create more memories, y'all. This year, I promise y'all, we're gonna create a whole bunch of memories this season with all the games, home games and stuff we got to do. Alabama State and how we're going to integrate that community and bring them onto the channel. It's about to be fun. Who else we got? Kareem, 23 months. That's Zach with 18 months. And Zach's been on longer than that. Zach's been a member since day one. Zach had to create a new page also, too. I think he got locked out of all the stuff. So that's it for the roll call. We appreciate y'all for tuning in live and us acknowledging you. Now, for this next segment, as we transition, y'all, we want to acknowledge another important sponsor here on the Coach Smook Network, our primary sponsor that provides us a space for us to do all of our live game watch parties. One of our favorite sponsors. I ain't gonna say they're our favorite because we love all of our sponsors, but they definitely make the top of the list because they got food. They got good food. They got them voodoo shrimps and grits in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Them voodoo shrimp and grits, they hit. I'm not playing, man. They so good, man. If y'all haven't been to Walk-Ons, check them out, man. They are a proud sponsor of the Coach Smook Network here in Montgomery, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, and Mobile. We will be locking in with Birmingham here soon and locking those sites in, but we're trying to grow, y'all. So help us by supporting the Coach Smook Network and supporting Walk-Ons. Here it is.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time. But I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right. So with the loaded running back room, and we thank Walk-Ons for being such a great sponsor. With the loaded running back room, there should be no issues with getting the run game started, right? What is that going to tell you? We talked about the players. Let's talk about the actual run game itself. What type of run game do we capitalize on? Look at the makeup of the offensive line, and we'll do a segment later on in the summer or later on in the offseason about the offensive line. We'll break it down. That'll be probably some here soon as we're on the offensive side of the ball. But for the run game, what does that look like? Okay, dive actions, counters, pitch, option, all of those different play calls. Yeah, that's nice and dandy, but it's not going to look good if we don't run with intentional purpose. I'll go back and I'll watch Dylan Johnson, who was a running back at Washington the year that they went to the national championship and lost to Michigan, right? Under Kalen DeBoer. If you go look at his running style, there wasn't any hesitancy in his running style. As a matter of fact, he ran desperate. He ran like he was fighting for reps. And it garnered, it not only was it just the fact that it's how he ran, he also was the beneficiary of being in the light room that year. They dealt with a lot of injuries. He himself was injured for 3 or 4 games of that season. Right? What's good, big homie? Good to see you, my brother. I'll give it up for big homie, man. That's my dude, man. The eyes and the ears for the network, man. Give it up for him one time. Oh, there it is. It must have got frozen. Have a different style of running this year. The intentionalness on your run game, it has to be more aggressive. It has to be more physical, right? And in order to see that, you gotta, as a coach, as a play caller, I have to line these plays up to where I know I'm setting these guys up to create momentum for themselves. I'm not just running them into a brick wall, or we're not just trying to tear down a brick wall. We're trying to find the cracks in the brick wall. We're hitting the brick wall in certain spots, knowing where their weaknesses. There might be a softer brick there, or that brick might be a little underdeveloped. Let's try to run at that brick and force some other assets to assist that, and then exploit that overhelp, or that's how you're supposed to set it up for the run game. So when we talk about play calling, let's talk about Ryan Grubb and the play calling. When we go back and look at his style of play calling coming into Alabama, you had a lot of analysts that would break down his play calling style as far as the percentage pass run ratio, right? They would go more so the 65-35 route. Well, last year it was more so like a 69-31, 69-31 type of deal, right? Make sure I'm doing my math right. Yeah, 69-31, 70-30 type deal, right? With pass run ratio, pass being the heavy, especially at some points of the season in the gauntlet, we just saw the run game totally disappear. We saw it in the first game. I think it was a total of 18 rush attempts, actual handoffs to the running back. So we have to expect a volume increase, first of all, in order to see this intensity in the run game increase. In my opinion, I feel like the more times you hand the ball off to running backs, the more times they get hit, the more times they're creating hits, right? They're putting their body on the line too, and they're imposing some punishment when they run with the right attitude. You're not going to have running backs that's used to carrying the ball or taking hits if you're not handing the ball off enough to them. It's one thing to get hit in practice, to throw it up in practice and not go to the ground, but it's another thing to be in the game and somebody's really trying to take your money, right? That's what their ball is. It's their money. That's what they're using to get paid. That's what they're using to take care of their families. So when I look at it, the style of run play, it doesn't matter for Alabama. I think you have all the skill sets in the room. You have the speed, you have the power, you have the catching out the backfield. But when it comes to the style, you just have to utilize it. Utilize it. Let's get these guys in some counter actions. I love how we got a different level of change of direction speed in the room this year. Jam Miller wasn't changing the direction speed. He was, get in one direction, go. He could run you over. Richard Young, I believe we never got to see the fullness of Richard Young. One, he never learned the playbook, right? That's a sad thing. But two, he was faster than Jam. To me, he was better than Justice and Jam. Honestly, the injury bug got him, and then he just got behind. But guys like A.K. Deere, Kevin Riley, that boom, put their foot in the ground and flash up out of there. Those are the guys that got to be able to. You got to create value for yourself and be able to run the ball every down. You got to be every down back. All right. So scheme-wise, the outside zone scheme is something that I think Alabama is going to try to exploit this year. They're going to try to utilize in heavy usage because of the type of athleticism they have at the tackle and the guard position this season, right? Look at Haywood came in. They went and got guys like Haywood, Strayhorn, James, the tackle. I love that kid. And then you got the young guys, Miller, who's coming in, Cooley. You got Booker, who's also looking good. All of these young, athletic offensive linemen. Then you got returning guys, Michael Carroll, Jackson Lloyd. You're going to get Del Gotti out the portal, right? Now Wardrop is stepping up. A lot of young talent, right? Young guys, talented. Not necessarily the most experience you expect, but this is the type of groups that can gel together faster because they're building it together. So your pace of what you play, your pace of play calling is based off of that production of that group in front of you, right? And the running back is helped by that because at some point, you can't expect this team to come out throwing the ball 60 times and operating correctly or efficiently 60 times as an offensive play caller. So you have to lean on the run game. Outside run zone scheme. I think the RPO, the traditional option read is going to be a big factor this year with how we utilize it. And then the jet sweep actions with even guys like Latsier Brooks getting in the run game, getting into the run game. I think you have to limit that this year with how you utilize the receivers. Cut that in half. Those 7 or 8 attempts that you're doing with the wide receivers in that orbit motion and swing it out to them, get your running backs involved in that. Bring that orbit motion. Give the handoff. Stop swinging it out to them running backs. Let them running backs start to create some disruption on the defense. Soften up that defensively. All right? So that's why I think we need to go with the scheme. Now, can we get another banner to say running back superlatives? Running back RB superlatives. All right? We're going to do some superlatives. Give me another beat real quick, Jordan. I want to transition. This is going to be the last segment of the live stream. And I want to kind of highlight this because this is just conversation week, right? We just creating conversation. I'm throwing out the narratives, and I'm going to leave y'all in the comments, whether you're live or post live. When you see this, I want you to drop in the comments all your thoughts when it comes to the Alabama run game, and I'll be replying. Believe me, I'll be replying. We're going to be doing shorts replying to comments. So if you want to be really featured on the show, on the channel, if you have aspirations of being a content creator or anything and collabing with your boy, come and support in my comments, right? Or if you want to collab on some shows, come support in the comments. I want content creators that know how to create conversation, right? But I definitely want my community talking. So let's talk about the early running back superlatives. We good back there? Okay, it'd be right back. I didn't even see that. Running back superlatives. Here we go. I want to talk about this. We did early preseason projections for like the most experienced or the dark horse, or we did all of those, right? I want to give some preseason, some early superlatives for the running back, just the running back room, right? And so running back superlatives, most improved running back on this roster. Being that this room is a lot of young talent, we didn't get to see a lot of phases of this. We did get to see some good sparks or showings from three of these backs. That's Kevin Riley, Daniel Hill, and A.K. Deere. We got to see some really good showings from these guys. When I think about the most improved running back, I think about guys who had an opportunity, but they struggled. To me, I think Daniel Hill will be the most improved running back this year. One, I think is going to start with his pass pro. Him being able to be effective in pass pro is going to determine his rotation usage and everything, because his frame, his size. You can't be 6'3", 6'2", 245 pounds, 240 pounds, and not be able to pass pro. Get your big frame in between the defender and the quarterback and protect him. You got to be, but I think he's bought into that. There was an intentionalness last year. You saw it. He struggled with the execution and the mechanics of it, but there was definitely intentionalness for him to be more accurate. More active and more effective in pass pro. So my most improved running back goes to Daniel Hill. The breakout running back of the year, I think A.K. Deere breaks out this year. I know everybody's excited about E.J. Correll. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to have opportunities, but I don't think he'll be leaned on this year. I think the breakout will be A.K. Deere. A.K. Deere is a talent. I know he did not get a lot of hype in that 2026 recruiting class. I know he didn't get a lot of hype amongst all the rest of the running backs. He was in there, top 10, I believe, top five running backs in the class, but he didn't get a lot of hype. And then last year, having to sit behind some of the offensive woes that we went through, it's kind of frustrating to see it. A talent like that have to sit behind, a struggling run game. When every time he got an opportunity, we saw him be explosive. But I think he breaks out this year. The dark horse running back of this season, I think Trayshawn Brown comes in different spots of the season and just gives us different sparks. I really do. I think he comes in with all of the opportunities, the limited opportunities that he's going to have, whether it's mop-up duty or whether it's extra, whatever. If he's gets an opportunity in the game because of injuries, I think he's going to be the dark horse that kind of gives us momentum and gives us sparks. So next year, he'll be right there in the RB1, A1B conversation with EJ and AK, right? I think that's where we look. The best running back in the room, though, I think the overall best running back in the room this season is going to be AK Deere. We talked about it a lot. I told y'all he's probably the most complete back, the best hands. He's probably the fastest in that room right now. Yeah, Kevin Riley's fast, but I think AK Deere is faster. Talking about straight line breakaway speed. EJ's fast too, but EJ a little bit more husky, right, in his running style. So his turnover ain't as fast as AK, right? I think AK Deere is probably the fastest, but I think he's also just the most complete back in the room. And when you look at it, if Alabama is not able to rotate guys, 3 or 4 running backs this year, I think he'll be the every down back. Use Riley more in the pass game. Granted, he stays healthy. Facts, and that's another thing with Riley. We were talking about who's on the hot seat. Who's on the hot seat in this running back room? I don't think any running backs are on the hot seat, but if you had to talk about a running back that might not have a future past this season because of their usage, if they're not happy with their usage, it might be Riley. It might be Riley because I see that, you look at the skill sets of A.K. Deere, E.J. Crowell, Trayshawn, and then the 2027 5-star that Alabama is hosting this summer. That's leaning towards Bama. I think we're going to what's the kid's name out of Tennessee? I was just talking about him the other day. I forget his name. I'm sorry, y'all. Is it Sims? I can't remember his name. But the running back. I think when you look at the makeup of what they're trying to have in that room, Kevin Riley might be the odd man out just because it's not a scheme fit necessarily for him to be an every down back. If he wants to be an every down back, a scheme like Florida or a scheme like Georgia Tech or even Mississippi State, those type of schemes are what he would have an opportunity to be an every down back in. So, and then when it comes down to the offensive MVP, could it be a running back this season? Could it be a running back? Could the offensive MVP for the season be a running back? If so, who? Leave those comments in the chat. We're going to take a quick infomercial break for you all to have an opportunity to join the AAA family. And right after that, we're going to do our closing remarks and acknowledge another sponsor. We're going to acknowledge another sponsor, then we'll do our closing remarks, and then we'll get out of here and let y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And then we'll see y'all tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the live call-in show. If you want to leave a message, though, right now, you can leave a message right now. Call in and leave a message and talk about everything we talked about today when it comes to Alabama's run game, the running back personnel, who you're excited about, everything. And we'll also leave y'all to close the show out. We leave y'all with the main topic of conversation here for the call-in tonight. We'll leave that with y'all before we get out of here today here on the Coach Smook Network. Thank y'all, and think about becoming a member of the AAA family. Y'all, this is how you do it. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notifications button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Yes, welcome in, chat. I appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. Give it up for yourselves, man. I truly do think y'all have been just the best community throughout this whole transition, this whole stage of everything that we're doing here with the network. Now, Antoine, what's good, man? Good to see you, my boy. Turn that music on, dude. What you got going? Great take on the team this year, 100% roll tide. Appreciate you, dude. We just did the running backs. Man. Wait till we get into it with everybody, man. And I like this. I just had a graphics design guy just sent me over. I gotta do this real quick. Mary J, we need a happy birthday banner created real quick. and I'm going to. I like this. So from now on, the way we're going to acknowledge birthdays on the Coach Smook Network, man, we about to do a big one. This is just a template. This is a template. So when you posting pictures on your social media accounts, for all my real supporters that follow me on socials and we friends and stuff, be careful what you post, because I'm gonna have some good pictures of y'all for y'all birthdays, right? Good pictures. I ain't gonna mess y'all up. I ain't gonna do y'all dirty, I promise. I'm gonna make sure y'all looking good. We got a solid graphics design manager, because I asked for this. A new graphics guy, we want to bring him on the team. I asked for this right here to create a birthday graphic for me, something that I could post on the channel and have my people show some love to. And my boy came back with it. I did that this morning. He came back with it. And y'all check this out. Hold on, y'all. Before we get into our last topic, I just got to show y'all this. This is top tier. I can't even. Oh my goodness. Y'all got to see this. So, happy birthday. It's not that's it's going to, from now on, it's going to be your picture, whoever the birthday is. But we're going to be doing our birthday shout outs, and this is kind of like what it's going to look like. So y'all check that out, man. But Mary J, can you move the banner, please? That's how it's going to look, y'all, going forward. Yeah, so give it up for yourselves, man. So if you got birthdays, you want us to help y'all celebrate your birthdays, tap in with the Coach Smook Network, and that's how we'll be celebrating with y'all. But today we got special birthday shout out for a young family member of the AAA family, class of 2029, one of the top DBs in the class of 2029. Just so happened to be a young family member of the AAA family, and one of our very own son, our network PA, Britt. She is doing some great things, keeping us organized on the back end. And actually, we're going to be getting her on the road this year, y'all. She's stepping into a new lane. So y'all encourage her in any inquiries and things of that nature. She's going to be the one kind of organizing it for us. But with that being said, y'all, we just want to say happy birthday to her son, Amir Upshaw, one of the top DBs in the state of Alabama and in the nation, class of 2029. What is he, 16 today? Oh my goodness. Should be 16 today, right? If I'm getting older, he's 16, right? If I'm not mistaken. So shout out to him, happy birthday. And if anybody else has birthdays, please let us know. Jump in the Discord. Mary J, if you could, we could flash the Discord link or put it in the chat. Get the Discord link in the chat for them. Y'all jump in the Discord, share your birthdays. Mary J handles all of that, remembering birthdays and that nature. Your kids' birthdays are important to us. Family members' birthdays. If you got family members, we do birthday shout outs too. If y'all want to do birthday shout outs, call in on the show, call in on voicemail, say, hey, I want you to shout out. And we got a happy birthday song. I'm gonna record it. All right, let's get back into the final topic. Final thoughts on Alabama's run game. Here we go. Final thoughts. And let me get that new beat, Jordan. I want that track off beat to end this one. Yeah. Shout out to my media, my music talents, my team, man. Seafood Beats, Show Me Productions. Dooley Gang, the fam. Montgomery, Alabama's finest, man. We out here, man. Appreciate y'all. Give it up for them guys. Oh, she out there. They out there. Hey, we got a lot of them, though. Red, for real, though. Let me stop. Here we go, y'all. Final thoughts on Alabama's run game, and I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate the $10 super chat, Red. My boy, Red Big Bama, tapping in, man. Appreciate the support, man. He one of them supporters, man. I know he going to keep it real. We need to get HOC on the doggone. We need to get some of those old HOC fellas on this panel. I got an opening tomorrow, Tuesday morning. I would love to have either a phone call segment or on screen. We got openings every Tuesday. If you want to get on the show, reach out. We got personalities that we'll be reaching out to, but we'll line you up every Tuesday. We'll have guest personalities. So, final thoughts here. I think Alabama has more than enough assets as far as personnel in the run game. I think Ryan Grubb is capable of calling a good enough game to have a quality run game. last year we ran into a lot of different, I guess you could say, variables, right? That kept Alabama from being consistent in the run game. My primary gripe was the lack of consistency in completing the downfield pass or being a downfield threat in the pass game, a vertical threat in the pass game. That was my main concern or my gripe. Now, was some of that on Ty Simpson? Yes. Was some of that on the wide receivers dropping passes? Yes. So in that, it's not just the pass game that gets affected. It's the run game. DBs, safeties aren't playing 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're playing 8, 12 yards off the line of scrimmage. Looking like, 2.5 level linebackers playing against your offense because they don't trust your quarterback to complete a vertical pass. Right? Or they know that when you crowd the line of scrimmage, he's going to panic. Doesn't matter what the looks is. If it's more than 6 around the ball on the opposite side, he's going to panic. So those things played into the lack of effectiveness of the run game, which until as a coach, you can't force none in those moments. So you got to go with what you feel like is the best. And at certain times, guys, we got to remember, Ty Simpson was a Heisman quarterback at one point during the season. He was the guy carrying the load, right? Not once did he carry the load and lead Alabama to a victory. Not once. Throughout the whole season. Not once was the victory a direct reflection of Ty Simpson's play. I can't say that. Because even games where he had good games, the wide receivers would save him. You'll have an explosive run play. You'll have non-offensive touchdowns, right? But he was not. So the run game, in order for that to really be effective, for the run game to be successful this year, we're going to have to pick the right quarterback. But the run game itself has to want to be successful. That starts with those players. It ain't got nothing to do with the play calling because guess what? Ryan Grubb could call 5 run plays a game. And in his mind, if he expects his run plays that he call to break 20 yards every time he call them, 5 of those a game, we good. Five, we more than halfway past our target number of explosives we want to hit in the game. So with that thought process, your mindset has to be right to be able to walk into these games, which are a limited amount of carries, and be explosive, be assertive. No hesitating in the backfield. Protect the ball. Pass pro has to be a priority. In order for you to, yes, pass pro helps the run game. When you're able to stand up linebackers and running backs or defensive ends, not running backs, but defensive backs and linebackers that's coming from the second level on blitzes, guess what? The coordinator, he's going to stop sending those extra assets because now they're getting stood up and his spots being opened up in the secondary. So now you got guys, you got a defense sitting back in primary zone schemes, dropping back into their drops, getting into their coverages, right? Getting into their drops. And what's that doing? Creating more space around the line of scrimmage for your running backs to operate. Creating that extra half second or that extra half hesitation step in the defense. Are they running or are they passing? Because last time he stepped out like this, it looked like they was going to hand it off, but he made the handoff and stood me up on the blitz. All of these things matter in helping the run game. And so in order for Alabama to have success in that, I think we start with their mentality. It's not in the play calling. We got the assets. It's not in the play calling. I think we got the assets. I think Alabama could win games, big games, with running the ball 30 times. 30 times or less. I don't think we have to be a team that runs the ball 45, 50 times. Too much explosive pieces on the outside. Too much arm talent in the quarterback room to limit yourselves like that. But in games where it's not that, you got to be able to run the ball. And that's where we sit at, and that's what we desire as a Bama fan base. I want to say thank you all for tapping in here on the Coach Smook Network today. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. We appreciate every like. We appreciate every share. And we also want to thank our new sponsor before we get out of here. Shout out to First Place Barbering, man, in Montgomery, Alabama, man. Our family, our brothers, Shep, and the First Place family, appreciate them for supporting us here on the Coach Smook Network and really just helping us get really planted in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. They're providing us a place. Every Thursday, we'll be doing some recordings, some pre-recordings of Cutting Up with Coach Smook. If you all want to be a part of that live audience, we can provide. Y'all know y'all can look up the location. There will be limited seating, but we want to have a live audience for those recordings. And those shows will be edited up, and we will start putting them out towards the end of May here. But we want to record a few episodes, get 2 or 3 edits up, and we're going to put that out. So shout out to First Place Barbering for supporting us and being here with us on the Coach Smook Network and helping us grow, man. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Don't forget, like I said, to like and share on your way out. TikTok family, thank y'all for tapping the screen. I don't know how many likes we ended up with, but appreciate y'all. Jimmy for tapping in, Dalton, Britt, Pop. Who else came over there? Golly. A lot of y'all showed up over there. Morant, appreciate you. Shep, appreciate you for pulling up. Soul Ballard, the Baker, Lauren, Maine, D. Winston. Everybody pulled up over on TikTok. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. I see more names, but they keep scrolling on the phone, like automatically scrolling. We had 12 new viewers come in. 12 new viewers on TikTok. Look like we got 1 new follower. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Twitch, Facebook, everybody on every platform. We thank y'all for chilling here with for this hour with us and supporting the Coach Smook Network. On the way out, y'all, think about supporting the content and helping us continue to grow, man. And remember, y'all, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed.
All right, family. That's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA Phantom. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to the space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch you on the next one.
In my bones, crimson in my veins, talking Bama in the microphone. Look me up on YouTube, true cut straight from the stone. Ain't no selling fairy tales, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see your film, study so militant. I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach of the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you're a fair weather fan. They tried to box me in and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what